Hey guys, let's talk about Mr. Elon Musk again, specifically about Tesla's situation. Have you ever imagined owning a cheap Tesla electric car? What if I told you this future may be closer than we think, but what if there's something even more revolutionary on the horizon? Robotaxis? In today's video, we're going to explore how the Model 2 is positioned to change the game, while also diving into the promise of Tesla's robotaxis. Could these self-driving taxis be the real disruption, completely changing how we think about transportation? However, it's not all roses at Tesla. The company's shares have been facing significant declines. Previous promises from Mr. Elon Musk are still waiting to be fulfilled. Do the recent challenges hint at a bigger crisis ahead? What's really happening with Tesla? Will it go under? Let's talk about all these issues in this video. To start with, you already know. Comment below if you would get a Tesla electric car and if you would ride in a 100% autonomous robot taxi. Let's chat in the comments. The start of 2024 has been challenging for Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk. The company's shares, known for making electric vehicles, have fallen sharply, losing more than 35% of their value. This significant decline wiped out a large portion of the significant profits Tesla had accumulated in 2023. Currently, the stock value has hit its lowest point since January, putting Tesla among the companies with the biggest depreciation in the period. Tesla had an earnings conference in April 2024, and the news is not good at all. They announced that profits in the first 3 months of this year were down 55% from last year. On top of that, sales plummeted by 88.5% and the stock price by about 40%, which is what really matters. Many of CEO Elon Musk's big promises have gone unfulfilled, including when he said in 2019 that we would have 1 million robo-taxis on the roads within a year. I didn't see any. Guys, comment below what you think of this Tesla situation in this brief introductory summary I went through, okay? Agreed? Continuing. Elon Musk's big card, Tesla's autonomous robotaxis. Tesla announced that it will reveal its new robotax product at an exclusive event in 2024 and already has a date. In a little while, I'll give you details of the event. When it comes to robotaxis, Tesla has been talking about making all of its consumer vehicles built since 2016 capable of becoming robotaxis through a software update. But at the cyber event surrounded Tesla in April 2022, Musk announced that Tesla would also build a new vehicle specifically to be a robotax, meaning the old one since 2016 could become one, but there would be a unique model for this purpose. Robotaxis are something Musk has long promised. Teslas that drive themselves and carry passengers when not in use. In 2019, he said he hoped to have 1 million robotaxis on the road within 1 year. He's still at it, but this week he reaffirmed that Tesla's autonomous driving software is almost ready and it's just a matter of time until it's more reliable with humans. Nevertheless, the technology still requires driver supervision and there are other obstacles. Even without a specific schedule, Musk maintains this vision of a fleet of robot fees, a future full of robot fees, and according to him, it will be soon. A survey of various investors performed by Yahoo Finance reveals that the idea of a robotic taxi is appealing. It appears as a much more promising business than car manufacturing because it will have income and customers like a software. But the question is, what is the real probability of success and what is the timeline for it? Now, it seems that the strategy is that they will no longer manufacture affordable electric cars, but are betting everything on the robotic taxi. This is extremely risky and can go well beyond most people's investment horizon. Tesla has announced that it will unveil its new product, the Robotax, on August 8, 2024. Tesla's CEO, Mr. Elon Musk has said that the company is planning to unveil its new robo-tax, a next-generation vehicle with autonomous driving. However, it's still unclear whether this means they will show the vehicle or how quickly something will unfold. It's important to note that the commercial release date has not yet been announced. My suspicion is that, as they've been developing the Model 2 so far, they will still present a product. It may look very similar to the Model 2, just without a steering wheel. That would be the concept, and perhaps also we'll find out something about the timeline when Tesla might launch a pilot program in some region, possibly with 100 or 1,000 of them, which would essentially be robot fee business pilot tests based on some agreement with the local authority. So I think we're going to understand the first format and what a timeline for the initial rollout could look like. We won't know how long it'll take for this to go into mass production, what the cost will be, and when it could become a real deal. I think these questions will remain unanswered, and in my opinion, there are major operational, regulatory, and especially technological challenges that we've been debating for some years now. Interestingly, the announcement comes after a news report that Tesla scrapped its Model 2, which is a cheap model, in favor of the robotaxi. Musk denied the report, but this announcement appears to be an acceleration of the robotaxi program, as Tesla has previously talked about launching the next generation vehicles in late 2024. Crisis in Tesla shares and launch of the cheap model. National Public Radio, also known as NPR, was founded in 1970 and is recognized for its high-quality programs, including investigative journalism, coverage of major news events in the United States, and according to NPR reports, Tesla still holds the majority in the electric vehicle market, selling more than half of all EVs. But other manufacturers like Kia, Hyundai, BMW, Rivian are significantly growing in sales. Another recent issue is the Cybertruck, or crisis occurring. Tesla is recalling nearly 4,000 units due to accelerator pedal defects. That's quite dangerous. These problems are affecting the company's shares. And the question is this the total number of Cybertrucks sold till April, these 4,000? Or is it only 4,000 that are being recalled? We have talked several times about Tesla and the challenges it has faced. The stock has plummeted about 40% since the beginning of the year, and Elon Musk and his team are trying to change that narrative. They started delivering this vehicle in the last quarter of the last year, and as I said a moment ago, many will need to be recalled because they are already driving on the streets. This is relevant for the future of deliveries compared to what has been talked about in the last few days. Now, about the recall, that's going to affect the overall sentiment as well. We have heard from reviewers who bought the car to test and said they don't deliver on several aspects of what Tesla promised. Now, this becomes a bigger issue, and it will affect the interest of potential investors. I even saw a review on YouTube where the guy said that in 30 to 60 days, if you don't clean it with the right product, the car starts to rust. A car that costs over $100,000 starts to rust. Comment below if you knew that. It looks like there's a strategic shift happening at Tesla right now. While we've warned investors that current conditions are challenging for Tesla, this shouldn't worry you too much if you're a long-term investor. A more affordable $25,000 model was expected to be a game changer, but based on multiple reports, it appears that Tesla is no longer working on that model, but rather putting all its efforts into the robot fee. This means that we will face challenges for much longer than anticipated. Elon Musk has always been resistant to the idea of a more affordable Tesla since the company's inception, but it was clear that the market was heading towards it. At the end of last year, the chief designer convinced him that it was necessary to create a more affordable car. He said they're working on it, but sales have dropped and price cuts on the cars Tesla sells today haven't brought in the long-promised $25,000 vehicle. Whether $25,000 is cheap depends on the reality you're experiencing. Why can't they make a $25,000 car? Comment below. Now, an interesting bit from this discussion is that Musk mentioned more affordable cars should arrive earlier than we expect, maybe even this year, which caused the stocks to rise a bit when he said that. But these cars might not cost $25,000. It's complicated to build a car at that price. Tesla had previously stated that revolutionary new manufacturing processes would allow this, but now the company will utilize the production lines that already exist. So the question remains on how cheap these cars can be. So if it was $25,000, would you buy a Tesla? Comment below. Timeline of Tesla's recent catastrophes. 2024 started off complicated for Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk, with the electric vehicle maker's shares plummeting more than 35%. This represents a major loss from the massive gains the company made in 2023. The stock is currently at its lowest level since January, and Tesla is one of the biggest losers in value on the S&P 500, closely followed by Boeing. How did we get to this point? In January, Tesla warned of slower sales growth, which raised investor concerns about demand and competition coming from China. Elon Musk then announced that the company would focus on producing a new vehicle model. On that day, Tesla's stock saw the biggest percentage drop in more than a year, with a loss of $80 billion in market value. It was kind of a record. Additionally, we had price reductions in a row. At the beginning of the year, Tesla reduced the prices of the Model 3 and Model Y in China. The company also reported a slowdown in shipments to China, which spooked investors and pushed the stock price even lower. In February, prices were cut in the United States for the Model Y less than a month after the drop. In March, the situation worsened, with the company's deliveries falling 20% from the previous quarter, marking the first annual drop since 2020. It's worth mentioning that deliveries are the closest approximation to sales that Tesla reports, but communications with shareholders aren't precisely defined, so it's an estimate. In April, the company announced the layoff of 10% of its employees and the departure of a key executive after 18 years at the manufacturer. Despite all this bad news, Elon Musk has tried to bring a bit of optimism by announcing that the long-awaited robot rates will be unveiled in August, but that may not be enough to change the bearish view of the market. With all this, Wall Street is very bearish on Tesla. Last year, over 60% of analysts recommended buying the company's stock, but now only 32% keep that recommendation. More than 44% suggest holding the stocks and 23% recommend selling, a rate rarely seen before. What are the next steps that Tesla should take? They need to basically reaffirm Model 2, underline the importance of the low-cost cycle in Tesla's portfolio, and come up with a plan for the next 6 to 12 months. It can't just be a trust me, autonomy will be back and you in 2030 will be happy with the stocks.
Leave your ideas and questions in the comments. I'd love to chat about the topics in the video. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Suggestions for upcoming videos that make perfect sense for you to watch are popping up here right now. See you guys in the next video. See you later.